I really like a lot of things about musicals, but my favorite is that they come in so many different forms and structures. If you're new to my channel, I'm Laura Youngblood, and welcome to From Laura's Perspective. At least 3 times a week, I post a video essay on a wide variety of topics, which belongs into one of my many different series, and this particular one is from the series, The Wonderful World of Theater. Given that you clicked on this video, I'm guessing you're a theater nerd just like me. But even those of you who aren't can still enjoy my channel as long as you want to watch videos about culture, politics, current event, music, movies, TV, literature, art, history, food, and/or alcohol. But today's essay is all about differentiating one type of musical from the other, so let's get down to it. This is the form most musical scripts take to date, which comprises musicals that are essentially guided by a script and score, the former of which consists of the show's spoken dialogue, and the latter of which consists of its songs. The first musical of this form is said to be the 1943 musical Oklahoma. In fact, Rodgers and Hammerstein, who composed that musical, have also composed many other musicals commonly associated with this idea. But most musicals to date can be considered a combination of a book musical and one of the others I'm discussing in this video, including the next one. It's probably not surprising given how similar the words sound, but this type of musical was originally called the Revue Musical. These came before the more common today book musical and contained various forms of entertainment, including juggling, comedy, skit, and song. And this can almost be likened to a similar form of turn-of-the-century entertainment called vaudeville. Revues are set apart by being strictly satirical and comedic, a single composer or songwriting team, and lack of a cohesive storyline. Perhaps one of the most notable contributors to the Revue musical to date are brothers George and Ira Gershwin. Simply put, the score of a jukebox musical is made up entirely of pre-existing music, whereas the scores of other types of musicals are composed specifically for that musical in question as original songs. In the early days of jukebox musicals, they all consisted of music by one specific artist. While this is still popular today, jukebox musicals have expanded into including songs from a specific genre or era. Just as a few examples, instead. The most notable jukebox musical to date is probably Mamma Mia, which tells a story set on a Greek island through the music of Swedish pop group ABBA. Other popular jukebox musicals include American Idiot, which uses the music of Green Day, Rock of Ages, which uses popular songs from the 1980s, and a new one entitled Once Upon a One More Time, which is about popular fairy tale princesses and uses the music of Britney Spears. Speaking of concepts around which a musical may be written, you might be thinking, aren't all musicals centered around some kind of concept? Technically, that's true, but still, not all musicals can be called concept musicals. Whereas book musicals simply center around a linear plot line for which the audience awaits a particular set of results at the end, the plots of concept musicals tend to be a little looser, if you know what I mean, and simply serve to deliver a message or shed light on a particular theme or concept. A really good example of a concept musical is A Chorus Line, which takes place at an audition for a Broadway musical and dives deep into the stories and motivations of each of the auditioners and the director too. Or the musical comedy Avenue Q, which goes back and forth between each of the puppets and humans living in the titular neighborhood, showcasing each of their goals, motivations, and adversities, Sesame Street style. Or Fiddler on the Roof, which details the life of the Jews living in the shtetl of Anatevka in Imperial Russia as anti-Semitism grows rampant and they are ultimately forced to leave their homes. One of the best examples of a rock musical, Hair, is actually a concept musical as well. The genre is self-explanatory, with songs of the rock and roll or pop genres, but are originally composed for the musical, unlike for Jukebox Musicals. The aforementioned musical is revolutionary, not only for kickstarting the rock musical, but for pushing boundaries with nudity, sexual content, drugs, and for sending an anti-war message during the Vietnam era. Thank you all so much for watching. Stage musicals really are a unique form of entertainment, but just like other forms, they have their types and genres, and fans of the stage musical will choose a favorite. If you're a musical fan like me, what's your favorite type of musical? Let me know in the comments down below. And check out some of the content on your end screen, including my new playlist, The Wonderful World of Theater. It's full of videos just like this one, with essays in which I geek out on all things theater. But to hear me geek out on other things, you're going to have to check out some of my other playlists and series, and then hit that subscribe button to join my video essay library. Seriously, what's stopping you?